Our shepherd, I shall not want him because I like down in a green pasture. Him leadeth I beside still water them. Him restoreth I soul. Him leadeth I in the path of righteousness for him name's sake. Yea! Though I rasta, I go walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I can't fear no evil. For thy rod and thy staff them comforted I and I. Uno prepare a table before I, in the presence of our enemy them. Uno anointed I head with uno oil. Me cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy I go follow I all the days of I life. Me I go dwell in the house of the Lord God. Jah kedema we gromabi tela exag beer tanayistalina ba shante abaka shaka baka shaka baka I sata ruba I of Ethiopia tanaka. Oh, lekaya shuk latava Ethiopia. Oh, likot light by day and likot darkness by night. And I give thanks. And I give thanks. And I give thanks. Aw, mausobo Lisa. Adan water. It was simply a four. Mauga sobo Lisa. Ow. Jakpata better view. Monye ekuo. Agbeno heavy. Magba fumato. Mauga sobo Lisa. Akpe kaka, akpe siya. Awatanyu moe. Oh you waladong. Noko ye jeme. Oh you waladong onu. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushunamo, where we speak truth to power. Here we don't criticize, but if we must, it would only be on one condition: to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. Again, here we are not neutral. And we have never claimed to be, because we are not. We have taken sides, the side of the truth. That is why we are called passionately the headquarters of the truth. And my name, Black Rasta. Now in every traditional African home there is a black pot, and each time this black pot sits on the fire, there is something super sumptuous cooking. Ingredients of so many different types, shapes and sizes, aromas and even flavors. Put aside all their differences and relocate into the black pot, where they are subjected to some really good amount of heating. At the end of the day, they produce sumptuous food. In all this palatability for the nourishment of our people, our continent, our land. Oh yes, the nourishment of the whole family in its entirety. That is what we literally do here. We pick up ideas from all walks of life, from the crowns of their heads all the way down to the soles of their feet. And then we subject these ideas to some forensic scrutiny, after which we tease out the creme de la creme of all these ideas and use these ideas for the betterment of the land. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonamo, where we speak truth to power in the service of God and country. Only God can stop us now. And I want to say thank you so much and welcome to today's broadcast. We appreciate you. Please share the broadcast. We are live on Facebook. We are also live on YouTube. You can also find us on Instagram. There on X, formerly called Twitter. We are also operating in full swing. You can also find us on TikTok, where we keep taking and talking with the gracious, patriotic hands of patriotism. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonamo, and here we speak truth to power. The channel is called Hey, Black Empire Media. Our numbers are scrolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do business with us. Maybe you have a story you want us to follow up on. We are more than just excited to do that. And the good news is that we follow it to the letter. And we don't charge you anything. Absolutely. This is the Blakk Pot, a.k.a. Kukushodemo. And here we speak truth to power. Come here. Now, today's broadcast is going to be most interesting. It's another brand new week, and I'm most excited to be here. Please do me a favor. Share the broadcast. If you have not subscribed to this channel yet, hit on the subscription button and then on the notification bell so that each time we are on, you will be reminded to watch. All right? At this point, I want to say thank you so much to our sponsors. We want to say thank you so much to Tesori Doriente. Now, turn every single shower into a royal experience. Okay? With Tesori Doriente. It is a shower gel. Oh my God. All the way from Italy is Italian technology coupled and married with African raw materials. In fact, it's premium quality made affordable. Can I walk you through? Tesori Doriente is soft, it is smooth, it is silky, and it has this long-lasting oriental fragrance coupled with a rich lather, which nourishes your skin and gives it that healthy glow. Above all, it keeps you 48 hours and over, smelling like the Garden of Eden. Are you going for an interview? Are you going to meet a guy who is about to put a ring on your finger? Are you about to go into a conference where you need to smell like the angels of God? Oh my God. Smell natural, smell good. And get your skin glow the brightest you can by using Tesori Doriente. Now, the very good news about Tesori Doriente is this. It comes in so many different fragrances. What is your favorite fragrance? They have the Ikigai. They have the Karma. They also have the Forest Therapy, the Royal Oud, the Persian Dream. Oh my God. So many varieties. Choose one. I love the Forest Therapy. Oh my God. Coupled with the Royal Oud. All you do, take Tesori Doriente, put a little bit of it in the middle of your palm, shake up the bath water, and watch it glow into a rich lather of foam. And just apply, soothing yourself, and walk out as if you were still seated in the Garden of Eden. Tesori Doriente is proudly distributed in Ghana by Daddy Ash Limited. Call Daddy Ash Limited right here in Ghana for bulk purchases and inquiries on 0244 772599, and the numbers are on the screen. And the most important news here is this. With Tesori Doriente, it is premium quality, made affordable, and that is my secret. That is what I use for my beautiful skin that everybody is talking about. My brother, my sister, thanks so much to Tesori Doriente. We are also sponsored by the kind courtesy of Millennium Insurance. And when we talk about Millennium, we are talking about your trustworthy partner. Your trustworthy partner. Now, with Millennium Insurance Company Limited, my brother, your home and applied perils insurance fully covered. Home, business, fire, whatever natural disasters and unnatural disasters, no problem at all. Earthquakes, tsunami, volcanic eruption, flooding via rainfall and even beyond. Maybe you are traveling outside the country and you need travel insurance. Please, if it's not Millennium Insurance, don't deal with it. I am telling you, get your personal accident, your group accident insurance cover. Oh my God, 24/7 covered to the maximum. Yes, visit the website. Oh my God. And our numbers are scrolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and call us for your ultimate insurance, which is Millennium Insurance. Remember that this is your trustworthy partner. It's not every insurance that is an assurance. Some insurance is nothing but a disaster, not a plaster. Oh my God. This is Millennium Insurance, and I am proudly covered by my trustworthy partner, Millennium Insurance. Are you? Thank you so much to Millennium Insurance. We appreciate you and we love you. We are also sponsored by the kind courtesy of Lemfi. And I am a proud Lemfian. And I'll tell you why. Now, if you're sending money from the UK or even any part of Europe, oh my God, if it's not Lemfi, don't send it. Hey. Now, when you send us a first-time sender from the UK or even from any part of Europe, I got good news for you. You're going to get 10 euros back when you send up to about 100 euros or up to about 100 British pounds. You get one free bonus slapping your cringing brows. 10 euros or 10 British pounds. And that is what is called a cashback. Are you ready for the cashback? Now, all you need to do is to download, yes, the Lemfi app from App Store, and then use the referral code 1RASTA. RASTA baku pe, mpese baku pe. RASTA ekome pe. That is what it is. How about if you're sending money from the United States of America or even from Canada? We give you 20 Canadian dollars back as a first-time sender, or 20 American dollars back, depending on what currency you are sending it in. 20 American dollars or 20 Canadian dollars. That's what is called a cashback as a first-time sender. But you can only get this when you send it through Lemfi and using the referral code 1RASTA. And I can follow up on this for you. Now, I am a proud Lemfian because Lemfi is 100% African-minded, African-connected. And Lemfi is doing a lot of developmental projects right here in Ghana. That is why I'm so proud of Lemfi. Are you proud of Lemfi? Are you a proud Lemfian? I am a very proud Lemfian. It is Lemfi. And if it is not Lemfi, don't send it. And when you send via Lemfi, continue to use the referral code 1RASTA. Rasta bakupe, and you keep getting bonus after bonus every time that you send after the first time. Remember to add this. Please talk to your family and friends abroad, your business partners, to send you money only via Lemfi using the referral code 1RASTA. This is the Blackport, aka Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power. And I'm most excited to be with you. Today we have 3 very important issues we need to look at. It's a very rainy day right here in Ghana, and the capital of Accra is rainy, and we are feeling the vibration. Oh my God. This is the Blackport, aka Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power. 3 stories. Story number 1. Watch this. Now, the whole truth in the IBRAHIM MAHAMA police beatings. Now, it's all over Ghana that a diplomat has been beaten to pulp by the police. Who is this diplomat we're talking about? Who is this guy who is an internationally recognized artist? Who is this diplomat who is an internationally recognized artist? His name is IBRAHIM MAHAMA. And this is IBRAHIM MAHAMA. He's somebody I've interviewed a couple of times on my radio show. And he's somebody I have a lot of respect for. My brother, my sister, he is the founder of the Red Clay Studio right there in Tamale. He's a renowned artist who is so well sorted after. Oh, yes. He's a sought after artist around the world, and he moves from place to place talking about art. He's so well respected around the world. And this artist here, IBRAHIM MAHAMA, my brother, my sister, recently was given diplomatic status in Ghana. A well sought after international artist, all of a sudden, after so much hard work, became a diplomat for his country. And at the ceremony, he came and joined some other diplomats to be and celebrated his new world of diplomacy. This is IBRAHIM MAHAMA. My brother, my sister. Now, IBRAHIM MAHAMA, a couple of days ago, was reported to have been beaten by the police in Tamale, specifically the Blakk Maria, the IGP's special initiative of the Blakk Maria, headed by DSP Abdul Jalil Bawa. And it's made news all over the world. What really happened? And we have the whole truth right here, my brother, my sister. Despite all the controversies, it's been reported all over Ghana in the media that IBRAHIM MAHAMA was beaten up. Blakk Maria has come out to deny it. DSP Abdul Jalil Bawa has vehemently denied it. And it looks like many more people are beginning to talk about this with each passing hour. Now, can we go into the details of this? Now, the story has it like this. Salah Day happened, and so many people went out there to celebrate Eid al-Fitr. Now, Tamale is a place that is predominantly Muslim, and many people went out there to celebrate the Eid. It looked like in an area where one of the Eids was held. You know, Eid is held in so many different places, depending on the denomination of Islam you belong to, and even the distance. So, this area was said to have had a lot of people attending. And when the Eid was over, everybody was rushing to go home. And you know how it is with Eid al-Fitr. You are not supposed to eat, my brother, my sister, so much before you go to eat. Just something small to break the fast and to officially end the Ramadan. So many people just drank water. Some had a little bit of tea. So they were hungry right after they eat and were rushing home. There was a traffic jam. And a lot of people also gathered, and we were told that they were supporters of the NDC. They were in a convoy, and they also got caught in this traffic jam. It was around Mariam Hotel in Tamale, those of you who know Tamale quite well. And they were now breaking through to join the main road and then go home and have a good meal. Oh my God. Traffic, so many tens of minutes. And IBRAHIM MAHAMA was in a coaster bus with his uncle driving this coaster bus. My brother, my sister, he stayed in traffic for so long. At a point, he said he saw the Blakk Maria coming around, trying to overtake the whole convoy. And then he pushed his car forward, telling them that, you see, because I have a longer car, when I move, there would be so much space so that many more people would follow. It brought about so much disagreements. And then, according to IBRAHIM MAHAMA, he was punched so many times, he even lost a tooth. His car was broken into. This was what he told us when we spoke to him on his way out of the hospital on Saturday evening. This was what he said. Watch this.
Okay. So, yeah, thank you. So this morning I went to the mosque. I went with my uncle and my family. So we went with a bus, our institution bus, Red Clay. So when we got there, the place was choked. So we even had to stop on the way and let all the women get down and go straight for the prayers. So we went to park, and then we led the prayers halfway. So after that, after it was finished, we decided to leave before everyone leaves there, and then there is a jam again. So we were trying to take an alternative road, so at least we will be able to escape the traffic a bit and get to my mother's house, which is just around the corner. We asked the ladies to walk over to the house so they don't have to join the bus. On the way, we to a T junction around the Mariam Hotel in Tamale, and we were stuck. There were other long vehicles, buses that were also using the road that were also stuck. And we were trying to see how we could negotiate our way with the traffic jam so at least everyone would be able to pass. And then suddenly we saw these police units that were trying to overtake all the cars. And the first car that came ahead was a police vehicle. And the others that were back, we weren't very sure. But apparently they wanted to pass. But the place was jammed, so no one could go. So my uncle who was driving said to them that, oh, if they are going to reverse the bigger truck, so they should just let us pass. So at least because ours is big, then they also have space to park. And then they were shouting, screaming. So it went through like an exchange between themselves and my uncle. And then the next thing we see, they break into the vehicle, beating, punching, assaulting us. They drag us. There's blood all over the place. Take us to the police station. And they said because I was videoing them, so they beat me up mercilessly. They took me to the station and then beat me up mercilessly just to open the phone for them to delete the video from the phone. And some of them even saying that they could keep us and nothing will happen and blah blah blah. All it was honestly the most traumatizing thing I've ever experienced in my whole life. And to think that of all the work that we do, at the end of the day, your life is just going to hang in the balance of someone who doesn't even have a high school certificate.
Wow. Did they know who you were at the time of the beating?
They did, but they didn't care. Apparently, one of them even called someone and said that, oh, they are handling that guy that is that operates red clay. And then when we got to the station, and then they told them that, oh, I was a diplomat. They said, oh, they don't care. They don't care about this. And all of them were there, including the leader of the Black Maria group. Tell you.
Wow. Before this assault, what did you think about the Black Maria?
I've never encountered them before. I've only read about them online and the mixed feelings of some people saying that they don't want them, some people saying they do, and a lot of people saying that because they use a lot of excessive force and all that. But I remember just a week ago, my mother and I were talking about them, and my mother said, "Oh, he thinks that they use excessive force, but at least for drugs, they thought that some people, the reason why some people thought they wanted them was because they thought that they were somehow curving on like the drug menace in Tamale and all that. But I think underneath it, there were so many other things happening which people were not really happy about, and that's why they wanted. So personally, because I'm more operating from an institutional point and also traveling a lot and coming, I've never really had a good opinion about it, but I try to feed off the opinion of other people. It's always very mixed. Either some people think it's good or a lot of people think it's just very bad because of the excessive force. And today I understood why. Because they did not have any time to even have any conversation. They got down from the bus and it was just violence from the beginning to the end.
Were you able to pick up a few names?
No, Black person, when you're being slapped left and right, you don't think about those things. You're just trying to get out of the situation. Yeah, because I even told them who I was, who my father is, because my father is quite very prominent in Tamil. So at least, even based on that, even if you don't know who I am and what I do, at least you have a bit of respect for that, and that will give you a bit of restraint. But they didn't care. They had no restraint. Even when my father came to the station later, they were screaming, shouting, like, yeah.
Wow. Have you been discharged from hospital?
Yes, I did. I had to run some tests, but the punches they gave on my face, my tooth, I have some broken teeth. Some of them are like dangling, but because it's a weekend, the dentists are not working, so I have to wait till Monday because before I can do that examination. But as for the other part, I did the examination and they gave me medicine for body pains and other things. So yeah, at least there was no internal injury, so just pains and all that. Yeah.
Was it the punches that gave you the broken tooth, or they used some
Yes.
other?
No, the point is just their physical face. They're just using their face the whole time.
They just hit me with their fists the whole time. He's a diplomat. a renowned international artist. He tries to get things that we normally throw away and brings them together to be able to make a piece of art. And he's so well recognized around the world. In fact, he even brought aeroplanes to Tamale. Broken down aeroplanes. And people can now go to the area and look at some of these planes that no longer are working. In fact, according to him, these planes can still fly. But he has just decided to put them there as a piece of art for the people in the area who are mostly deprived. They don't even know the way to the airport. At least to come and look at the planes, sometimes even sit inside them, take photographs, and walk away. This is what he does. Now, to those of you who really want to read and see facts and figures, run the dossier. Let's see exactly who this guy is. He was born in 1987 and is an internationally acclaimed Ghanaian contemporary artist and institutional builder based in Tamale. He is globally recognized for his monumental installations that use repurposed materials to explore themes of labor, globalization, and trade. He's best known for his large-scale works involving stitched-together jute sacks. And this is what he does. Originally used to transport cocoa beans and charcoal, these sacks are draped over major architectural structures such as the National Theatre in Ghana. Right here in Accra, the Great Hall at Noust, that's in Kumasi, and the Kunstalbern in Switzerland. He uses them to symbolize global exchange and the residue of history. This is original to him. Great guy. Now, his work often incorporates other found items, including shoemaker boxes, train seats and scraps, discarded industrial materials such as metal tags, tarpaulins, and leather from old locomotives. And in Tamale, this is what he is doing. He has reinvested his artistic process into creating a massive cultural and educational ecosystem in northern Ghana. He is a Dagomba in and out. And he loves Tamale and the north same way he loves Ghana. He has a Savannah Center for Contemporary Art. It was opened in 2019 as a multidisciplinary research hub, residency and exhibition center. And now the Red Clay Studio. It's a hybrid learning space and cultural repository featuring repurposed Soviet-era aircraft and colonial-era trains converted into classrooms and libraries. To encourage children to read, or come and sit in a plane and read. Come and sit in a train and read. And then he has the Nkrumah Volene. Nkrumah Volene simply means Nkrumah's hole. Inside Nkrumah's hole, there was a place in Tamale. In fact, it was a silo, actually, where Nkrumah, meant to have grains and all that stored. And then the northern people, the Dagomba people, called it Nkrumah Volene, Nkrumah's hole, inside Nkrumah's hole. In fact, it's an abandoned grain silo converted into an educational space that also preserves a local colony of bats. People were going to clear all the bats, but he refused. And he said they are also part of the art. So when you go into that place, he has been able to get it. There are bats all over on the wall. And when you clap, the colony of bats all fly left, right, and center. For him, it's a piece of art. Those of you who fear bats might not want to go into that area, Nkrumah Volene. Now, recent news and recognition. In 2025, Mahama became the first African to top Art Review's Power 100 list, ranking as the most influential person in the contemporary art world. The whole contemporary art world, he was seen as number one, and he's Ghanaian. Very creative. And then the assault case came. Meanwhile, last month, he lost a whole train at the Red Clay Studio to fire. So it looks like February was not too good for him. And then March, he lost some teeth to some punches, allegedly, from the Black Maria. Dash it away. Now, Black Maria has been praised so much over the months. Of course, a few people have said negative things about them. The IGP has rewarded and awarded them. Oh my God. And everybody's talking about them. When they were about to leave Tamale, many people were crying. They wanted them back. And remember, we brought you that story. This looks like it's going to soil the image of the Black Maria right there in Tamale. And yes, it is soiling the image. DSP Bawa Abdul Jalil, aka Tamale King Kong, is here. And he has been busily talking to the press about what actually happened on the day. He holds it close to his chest that IBRAHIM MAHAMA is a hopeless liar who is telling one lie after the other. And sometimes he says that, I don't know why he still calls himself a Muslim if he can peddle such lies. We spoke to him a few hours before we got into the studio. My brother, my sister, let's listen to him. In fact, he used a couple of expletives as attributed to IBRAHIM MAHAMA. Those of you who don't speak the Bani, when we return, we will tell you exactly what he meant by those. Watch this.
As we speak, with regards to what happened, I'm a Northerner, coming from Tamale, and I'm also a chief warrior. Every function that happens in the North, I go to celebrate it in as far as the North is concerned. So the Eid al-Adha, the Eid al-Fitr was just approaching a day to the Eid al-Fitr. I had out of my men 113 of them are Muslims. So I asked those who are coming from Ashanti, Eastern, either other parts of the country, to grant them permission for them to go home and also take part in the festive season. So having done that, I gave them the opportunity. So some people from BOAHENE, some people from Wale, some from Tamale, and let me say majority of them were from Tamale area, and others who are from other regions, where they also went. So we went, and then on that was on the Saturday, we left my home and we were going to the Ambaria mosque, because we were going to greet the sheikh, the leader of the Sunnah family there, together with other colleagues who were in town. I called all of them that they should come, and they will go use the opportunity after the prayers. We can go and then greet the leader of the Sunnah community in Ambaria. Once we are going from town that is around Hilltop area, descending to St. Paul's or Holy Cross area, there was heavy traffic with regards to people had just finished at St. Paul's Primary School, and then the thing was that we could not pass. So there's a bypass that we can pass through that appears around the forest. And that forest area, there's a road that you turn back that will come to Mariam Hotel, and there's a T-junction there. Once we're coming with a police car, with my private car and other private car, together with one police car being last, there we got to the T-junction. There was a VIP bus that had blocked the road, and then the coastal bus which also came to block the road, and then there was too much of congestion. So the police car that was front, that contained 4 policemen, got down, and I told them to just go, and then I didn't even come. I was just in the car, so they should go and make sure that they bring them, because it was confusion. Everybody was standstill. They don't know who is going, and then they went there to make the bus go back, and then there was way for us to come out. Once we were about to come out, then the coastal bus came in to block my car that was next to the police car. I was in the car. Then the guys got down from the car. Why are you doing this? Go back. He said, we have moved together. He said, he will not go back. So even people who were motorists also became angry. Why is this guy doing this? You have been standing here, and you have made us to all suffer this frustration. Now that the police have come, you are still there. The only thing is that he's not going. Then the police go move, and he will not move. He has one life to live. Either he live or he die. So I even wonder what influenced him to make that statement. What life do you have to live and what do you have to live? I mean, what will influence you to make that statement? One, in the police vehicle, clearing the road and then going to pass and you do this, that's completely obstruction and then disrespect to the law enforcement officers. I was in the car, so he still blocked. The people got down now. The motorists or civilians all got down. They were, move, why are you doing? Why are you doing this? The next moment he rolled his glass. What he said was that, you people, when President Mahama is gone, that's the time that you see your real sizes. I mean, what does it? So that statement, and then insulted us, your mothers in the bunny. Insulted in the bunny. And then the top closely, then you close the louvers. Then people became angry. Other people were insulting. I am standing at this juncture to say anybody who wants interest in this matter should go and look at the CCTV footage, and they will be able to see the actual happening of the area. People got down from their car because of the statement he made. What does this have to do with your mama issue? So the people, the citizens rise up. They start hitting the car. The guy that they call IBRAHIM MAHAMA, which me, I have never even met him. I don't even know him. I'm sitting in my car. I didn't even go down. So it was then I got down and I said, so you will not move. I am so and so. Why are you behaving this way? He was in the car. Then that was what they were forcing. People were forcing the other, and the bombers, they were pushing the car as if they want to even push the car down. How can you make people were speaking the money, agitating? All of a sudden, they pulled him out of the car. People started beating him. Others started. Then I asked the guys, hey, you should make sure that you take them. Let's put him inside the police car. Let's go and then detain them. We will know when we get to the police station. I will know what to do. Then they removed them. Then they went and that time, there was already they had already blood coming from there. And this guy was forcing, just trying to remove his teeth. I don't know what he was intending to do. People can lie. I've heard different stories after this issue. I was in the car watching. Then they moved him to the police car. I asked my driver to go and pick the car and pack it well so that we can all, and the other road users will have access. Anybody at all, if they want it to get the public, those who are available, some people have video footages, others took video footages, and then there's a CCTV camera there that can tell and give a true story of what's happening. Immediately, when they took him, we took to the police station. We got to the police station. Then they brought them. That was when I even had have to meet them, and I asked the guy. So there's a video that was taken by one of my men. When we got there, the guy said, but you don't know me. He said he doesn't even know me. And I said, I'm so and so. I'm DSP so and so. What? And it's like that he even wanted to meet me. It's unfortunate he's meeting me in this manner and started begging. And you see the recording, that's why he started begging. And I asked them, if you see when I was going to ask them that, so where do they come from? He said, he's a son of, they come for Alaji Savannah. And I said, and you could see even the video that is circulating. I said, and then I stopped. I was writing the offense to make the entries. I said, can they get Alaji Savannah number for us to call? One of the men said he will call somebody to call Alaji Savannah. And they called him. Alaji Savannah came with another old man. He came to the police station. I spoke to him and I said, this is what has happened. And our brother, now I'm even hearing that he says he's an artist. I have never met him before. But he should have known best. He said in the car and they insulted, he was filming this and the people, and then the statement he made made the public very angry, especially it was a political statement. It was not needed. But those people there, you could see that they belong to the NDC or they belong to the party. So they said, what does this have to do? So because of that, there was attack there. Even though we had issues with him for his obstruction and other deviant behavior and insulting behavior. So we brought them to charge them for offensive conduct. And then that was where we were, and then immediately you came. So this is the situation. He asked them, why did you people behave that way? Alaji Savannah. Then he blamed them. They said they were sorry. And I told them, I'll let them take their statement and release them for you to go. And that was the instructions that we did. They took their statement and then released them to go. Only for them later in the evening for us to hear in the news that Blakk Maria have gone to beat IBRAHIM MAHAMA.
Only for us to hear in the evening that Blakk Maria had gone to beat IBRAHIM MAHAMA. In fact, Blakk Maria was actually not supposed to be in the area because it's been redeployed to Accra, awaiting to be redeployed to the Ashanti region. It's a very long interview. In fact, as he said in this interview, out of the over 100 members of the Blakk Maria, about 30 of them are Muslims. So he sought special permission for them to be allowed to go to their various areas and celebrate the Eid as the leader. So some of them decided to go to Tamale. And remember, I told you earlier that after the Eid celebration, some NDC people came into a convoy driving on the road, and that also helped to make the place choke up. So when IBRAHIM MAHAMA came out of his car, according to the Tamale King Kong, he used unprintable words like Imanyirvau. I can't translate this. It's very terrible. And that's what he said. IBRAHIM MAHAMA said. And he went ahead to say in the Bani, your NDC is in power. Wait until NDC is gone, and you guys will see your real smoothness level. As we say in Ghana, you will see the reality. And then the people got angry. That was what made the party boys angry, the NDC guys in the convoy. So they approached him, accosted him, and started to unleash blows on him. Of course, IBRAHIM MAHAMA had a different story. He said it was the police. They broke into his car and started to unleash punches on him and broke his teeth. My brother, my sister. Now, this was when he was at the police station. According to DSP Abdul Jalil Bawa, his tooth was not broken. And this was what he showed. According to him, the one that is looking like half is natural. That's how it is. But this guy broke his own teeth in order to make a point. That was what Tamale King Kong told me. He broke his own teeth. Or maybe he has some artificial tooth that he pulled out just to show to people that his tooth was broken. That was what DSP Abdul Jalil Bawa said. And he said, if he's a true Muslim, he should come out and speak the truth. And then he said, the people around the area who came around saw what happened, and some took videos. And that CCTV cameras from Mariam Hotel should be able to show exactly what happened on the day. And he's waiting for the investigations to be over so people would be able to see the truth. Because it looks like IBRAHIM MAHAMA is still holding press conferences, and all the drug addicts and, in fact, sellers of drugs in Tamale are behind him. All because the Blakk Maria has a bad name in Tamale amongst the drug addicts and sellers of drugs. But he says, time will tell. He's waiting for the investigation to be over. Now, this is where the story is. Come here. Watch this. Now, when DSP Abdul Jalil spoke, he mentioned that they called the father of IBRAHIM MAHAMA to come to the police station, and he chastised his own son, and his son apologized before him. When IBRAHIM MAHAMA, the artist himself, spoke, he mentioned that his father came to the police station. Let's see how neutral the father is going to be. We placed a call to him. He wasn't too ready to speak. But knowing who was calling him, he decided that he would speak. He's an old man. I called him. He didn't want to speak. He's pushing 80. But I got him to talk. What did he say? I started by asking him, I am told that you went to the police station on the invitation of the police, and you got your sons to apologize after you chastised them, right? This was what he said. Watch this. you even spoke with your son why he behaved like that, and then he apologized in the presence of the police.
No, it's not true. That's not true. What really happened was that I just after the Salah, I came here to undress and take some small meal. I was just finished taking my cup of tea when someone called me and told me that your son is at the hospital, police station. What is happening? I said, you better go and check up and see. And so we went to the police station and they took me inside. He was put in a corner somewhere and he was weeping. And his uncle, you know, the one who was driving him is the uncle, the mother's brother, who was the one driving him. And I asked him, so what is happening? Before he could answer, Jalil and his entourage, they came and said, oh, he talked wrong to us, that's why we beat him up. I said, he talked wrong to you, what did he say? He said he was saying that, your power will soon finish. I said, but that doesn't make you hit somebody. And I think that it was one of Jalil's people who said that they beat him because he talked wrong to us, to them. But Jalil told me that they will release him, that they are going to release him to hospital. So I should go back to the house. They will release him to come. So I came back to the house. And it was during it was when I came back to the house that I was told that the regional minister has gone to Habana Clinic where he was admitted to see what was happening. And that's all I know about the case.
Oh, so the police admitted that they actually beat him?
They beat him. Nobody beat him. They beat him. They told me that they beat him. Those people who were with Jalil, I can't make them out, but there were some people who were working with him. They beat him. Who beat him? If someone is beating somebody, you don't arrest the one who is doing the beating. You are arresting the one who is beating. I mean, is there any sense in that? They were in a bus and they took them out of the bus and left the bus there and took them to the police station.
Wow. What are you going to do next?
No, okay, we are going to get a lawyer to go into it and then we'll see what is going to happen.
Elijah, I want to thank you so much for talking to me. I appreciate you.
You're all right, okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Well, you heard him. I am told that this is not the right photograph of the man. I apologize for that. We're going to find the right photograph and then we will make sure that this is sorted out. But that's the father of IBRAHIM MAHAMA, the artist, Alhaji Savannah. My brother, my sister, it is him. And that's what he said. If this is anything to go by, then it means that one side is not speaking the truth. The police said we didn't beat him. It was the people that beat him up. The father says, oh no. The police said they beat him up. And it was because he misbehaved. My brother, my sister, what else do we do? What else can we say? This is where it is. Where is your judgment? Who do you think is speaking the truth? Who is not speaking the truth? According to the police, IBRAHIM MAHAMA, the artist, is trying to find a way of protecting his diplomatic status. That is why he's going out there to tell so many lies. Should we just be patient to see the CCTV from the Mariam Hotel? We will find out. Whatever it is, whoever beat this gentleman, the father is asking, if the police is to arrest, don't you rather arrest the people who are beating the guy, but you go ahead and arrest the guy instead? Does it make sense? He asked. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo, and here we speak truth to power. To Ibrahim Mahama, we wish you a speedy recovery, and we will follow up on the story. And to Jalil, we appreciate you talking to us. And to the people of Tamale, thank you so much for giving us information every now and then. It's the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo, and here we speak truth to power. When we return, we got more. Hey ya! Hey yo! Wayo!
Sometimes you just need a moment for yourself, a moment to slow down, feel the water, and let the day fade. Tesori is more than just a shower. It's a moment of pure calm, smooth, creamy, and relaxing. With forest therapy, Persian dream, royal oud, thalassotherapy, ikigai, fior di loto, and karma, all in convenient 500 milliliter bottles. There's a Tesori scent to fit every mood, every moment, every kind of you. Feel the lather on your skin. Breathe in the aroma. Let stress melt away and just enjoy the calm. You don't just feel clean. You feel refreshed, confident, and yourself. Tesori d'Oriente. Luxury is a feeling. For bulk purchases, contact Daddy Ash Limited on 0244 772599.
Tesori d'Oriente.
Sometimes you just need a moment for yourself, a moment to slow down, feel the water, and let the day fade. Tesori is more than just a shower. It's a moment of pure calm, smooth, creamy, and relaxing. With forest therapy, Persian dream, royal oud, thalassotherapy, ikigai, fior di loto, and karma, all in convenient 500 milliliter bottles. There's a Tesori scent to fit every mood, every moment, every kind of you. Feel the lather on your skin. Breathe in the aroma. Let stress melt away and just enjoy the calm. You don't just feel clean. You feel refreshed, confident, and yourself. Tesori d'Oriente. Luxury is a feeling. For bulk purchases, contact Daddy Ash Limited on 0244 772599.
Tesori d'Oriente.
Black Pot, Kukushonema.
It's the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo, where we speak truth to power. I apologize for the photograph and then, the mistaken identity, but that's the father of Ibrahim Mahama, and he spoke to us. We're going to rectify it, and then, we'll sort it out. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo, where we speak truth to power. Story number 2. Watch this. Paul ADOM-OTCHERE'S dirty propaganda for BOAHENE falls flat. Wow. Paul ADOM-OTCHERE'S dirty propaganda for BOAHENE falls flat. My brother, my sister, it looks like there's a deliberate attempt to muddy the work of the Attorney General and Minister of Justice by some political miscreants. And it hurts. This is the Attorney General and Minister of Justice. Dr. Dominic Akuritinga Ayine. He's a Stanford lawyer, Connecticut, United States of America, University of Ghana. He's a learned fellow. Now, Oral did his work, brought a lot of names and accusations and allegations together, and presented to this man to sit on the thing and also prosecute. He took time to go through it and realized that some of them were not truly hitting the right nail on the head. As the Attorney General, it is his duty to sit back and make sure that these things are sorted out. Pressure. You are delaying. We need to see things happening. Even when he presents the case to be prosecuted, sometimes the courts even delay. Until now, that the Chief Justice himself has decided that there should be some speedy courts on the advice or the suggestion of the President, John Dramani Mahama. So now, we have Justice Francis Apangabono Achibunga as one of the lawyers who replaced the original ones who were sitting on some of these cases. My brother, my sister, this is Dominic Akuritinga Ayine. He is the Attorney General and the Minister of Justice of Ghana. Under him is the IOCO, Economic and Organized Crime Office, and is headed by Raymond Archer, Capo di Tutti Capi. This is the guy. He trained as a journalist. And right after that, he went into intelligence. Went to so many different schools around the world, England, America, and beyond. And his dossier is very rich. This is the guy. The president, in his State of the Nation address, made it clear that over 600 million Ghana cedis got recouped and swept back into the coffers of Ghana from miscreants, people who are stolen from the people of Ghana, all by the work of the IOCO, led by this guy here, a journalist who became a security expert, an intelligence guru. Since IOCO was founded, from the days as SFO, Serious Fraud Office, they have never been able to have this magnitude of achievement. This guy. But instead of having people encourage the office and even the office of the Attorney General, under which IOCO is, the politicians are busy talking. It started with Captain Smart, finding faults with almost everything that this guy did, and the Attorney General. Then I realized that Paul ADOM-OTCHERE was also getting very interested in this. And interestingly, Akuritinga Ayine taught Paul ADOM-OTCHERE in school. The rest of the story will keep for a rainy day like this. My brother, my sister, this is a gentleman that I respect. Right now, he's a communications officer of the NPP. I don't have any problem with that. Recently, he went into some very serious arguments with veteran journalist Kwesi Pratt. But he has his show on TV. And it seems that show is a propaganda tool for the NPP. And unfortunately, it used not to be like that. But it became that, and I think it's lost a lot of eyeballs because of that. I'm just trying to be as honest as I can. I may be wrong. This is Paul ADOM-OTCHERE, a very beautiful guy. He trained as a lawyer. And then he went into journalism. He's won a lot of awards in the field of journalism, even though not a trained journalist. Let me go straight into action. Paul ADOM-OTCHERE'S on his show, Good Evening Ghana, a very beautiful show that I used to love. And I think I still love to some extent. If the propaganda is put aside, you can do propaganda. But when it hinges on the integrity of the nation, patriotism, and what have you, then you are a sellout. If you see that this thing that these people are doing is destroying the integrity of the nation, it's going to have a very big toll on the taxpayer and the economy of the nation. And you still do propaganda with this so people can go free. You are a sellout. My brother, a man who will aid a thief to run away is himself a thief. True or false? If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. Now, I'm going to play you 2 videos from his show with all love and respect. The very first one, he was taking a certain news item from Joy FM. And he was talking about what happened in court when BOAHENE went there and how a prosecution witness came out and made it clear to the courts that BOAHENE had not stolen any money. He started off, my brother, my sister, by looking at that piece from Joy. Now let us all look at it and come together as patriotic Ghanaians and decipher what a trained lawyer said. Watch this.
Listen to Joy FM's report of the matter that happened in court. Fresh allegations, fresh revelations, it says, emerged in court today during the cross-examination of the prosecution's second witness and head of the finance at the National Signals Bureau, Ruby Edith Edumwa, as the trial involving Kwabena BOAHENE and others continued. Now, you have to understand, viewers, that the said Ruby Edumwa is Director of Finance at the National Signals Bureau. She is a witness for the prosecution. The prosecution have brought her to court so that hopefully she will make their case for them, or she will support the case that they are making. The case they are making is that Kwabena BOAHENE, together with his wife, siphoned 49 million Ghana cedis that belongs to the state, and that's why they are being prosecuted. Here is their prosecution witness who is coming to tell us how Kwabena BOAHENE siphoned 49 million together with his wife. Listen to what she says. This is what she says. The witness told the court that in her capacity as the head of finance within the national security setup, she is not aware of any theft or missing 49.1 million. The witness, the director of finance, under whose auspices all the financial transactions go, she is saying to the court, as a prosecution witness, that's me, I'm not aware that any money has been stolen. Let's go on. She further stated that she has not reported any such financial loss to her superiors, the Attorney General, Iyoko, and Auditor General, or the police. According to her, it would have been her responsibility to flag any such irregularity if it had occurred. She also indicated that there has been no complaint, management query, or adverse findings from the National Security Establishment regarding any missing 49.1 million. Her testimony adds a new dimension to earlier proceedings where she disclosed that BOAHENE was compelled by financial constraints within the national security apparatus to arrange and pre-finance payment to suppliers. Under cross-examination by Defense Counsel Samuel Atachian, she explained that the institution was at one point left with a balance of just 11,000 cedis, prompting measures to address obligations with Ability Computers and Software Industries Limited of Israel. BOAHENE, who is standing trial alongside his wife Angela Ejeboatin, faces multiple charges including causing financial loss to the state, money laundering, and stealing in connection with an alleged 49.1 million cybersecurity contract scandal. Speaking to the media after the proceedings, Defense Counsel Samuel Atachian maintained that the prosecution's witness is being factual and that nothing can change the evidence presented. So far, so very good. The prosecution's witness is just being factual, and there's no way you can improve upon the facts that are before the court. There's nothing we have put across that is not from the prosecution itself. If your adversary is admitting your facts, then the conclusion is yours, he said. The developments in court appear to contrast with earlier claims by the Attorney General Dominic Ayine, who alleged that BOAHENE transferred 49.1 million from a Bureau of National Communications account into a private company account linked to himself and his wife. However, previous court proceedings reveal that the funds in question were disbursed through checks signed by the National Security Coordinator and drawn from the coordinator's account NSC at Fidelity Bank for special operations. The defense argues that this undermines claims that the accused acted unilaterally. The case has been adjourned to the 9th of April as cross-examination continues. That's the Joy FM reports, which says that what is coming out is showing a clear contradiction between the facts that have been delivered to the court and the press conference that was run by Dominic Ayine, the Attorney General. I am waiting for Dominic Ayine to call another press conference. I understand that Felix Kwatsu is with the president around the country. I'm sure that when he's back, he will call Dominic Ayine to hold another press conference so that media can ask him these questions. That, Mr. Attorney General, you said the guy has stolen. Your witness in court said the guy has not stolen and that she's not.
You know how I feel at this point? Very embarrassed for an educated guy like Paul to stoop this low. It's embarrassing. Paul, why? He has stooped so low below kindergarten level. I am shocked. Is this what politics can make people do? So when you are doing politics, you have no common sense anymore. And Paul and his colleagues call each other learned colleagues. That's how lawyers call themselves. Is this the studiousness that they have? Now let's get into action. I am embarrassed by this report from Joy. Joy, I don't want to say what I want to say. But if this is coming from you, it's a shame. Who wrote that story? Where are the editors that we used to have there? Is this a report from Joy? What a shame. Or did you also get that cake from those thieves? Jesus have mercy. Even a kindergarten child should be able to decipher this. The lady goes to court. She's a prosecution witness. She was the head of finance. This lady here. My brother, Dominic Ayine said, even if the boss of Kwabena BOAHENE were alive, he would arrest him for allegedly planting his signature on some dubious documents. But he's dead and gone. Anybody can fake his signature. And that is what they are trying to prove right now. Head of finance comes to court. She was also arrested. And she decided that she would be a prosecution witness. It is accepted, right? In the echelons of the law and legal practice, okay? So she said she would be a prosecution witness. Now she gets to court and Atachia asks, okay, tell us, has BOAHENE stolen any money that you know of? Listen to the question, paraphrased. She said, no, I do not know of any money that BOAHENE has stolen. Number two, if I did know this, I would flag it and report him to my superiors. And this is what Paul is saying. And Dominic Ayine, and you, and I'm waiting for a press conference. I'm waiting for a press conference. You have to come and joy of all credible sources will say that it is in direct, whatever, with what Dominic Akuritinga Ayine said. My brother, ADOM-OTCHERE'S, according to the prosecution, is a smart thief. Nobody comes to your house to steal and tells you I'm coming to steal unless they are armed robbers. He used the wires, tricked the state, and diverted money that should have gone into the original BNC account, cloned the account and pushed it into his own account. How would the finance person know? He has tricked the whole system. The money is behaving like it's going into that account, but it is coming into his account. And it's been proven beyond all doubt, at least by what we are seeing, that ADOM-OTCHERE'S went into the account and started to take money out of the stolen money, allegedly, blowing that on so many different personal things. My brother, my sister, and people still sit on radio and TV and say they don't understand that the woman said, oh, you know what? Me, I'm not aware. How can she be aware? She's the head of finance. She's sitting down there. Look, national security is one of the most well-financed outfits in Ghana. And today, somebody has done a great job and has been able to see that the BNC account, a certain crook, changed it into B.N.C and tricked the whole system and wired it into his own personal account and was blowing it on prostitutes, blowing it on luxuries and all that. Somebody sits on TV and says that once the finance person says that, oh, I didn't know whether he stole or not, does it mean that he didn't steal? If somebody says, I'm not aware that he has stolen anything, has the person said he hasn't stolen? What kind of law graduates do we have these days? If I look at somebody like Paul and his law background, I am ashamed to even want to go and study law. Honestly. Hey, look, a kindergarten child should be able to understand that the fact that I said, I don't know whether you have eaten or not, does not mean you haven't eaten. True or false? Simple kindergarten logic. Menim se wo ska anase unim ska. Menim se wo wi ska anase wan wi ska. E kire se wan wi ska. Which language is that? Hebrew or gibberish? And this is what Joy has also gone to write that is in direct contrast with what Akuritinga Ayine said. What did Akuritinga Ayine say? Should the finance person know everything? The man is using trickery, as our tree people would say. Trickery. He has used that to maneuver his way into the account instead of making the court sit on the thing and follow the thing to the letter, support the court to do their work. Of course, you can run commentary just as we run here, but be sensible. You are supposed to be a lawyer, okay? You are a lawyer. Finance person says, me, I'm not aware whether he has stolen or not. And Paul says, it contrasts what the man said. And listen to what Atachia also said. First, watch his countenance. Watch his face. Watch this.
Prosecution witness is just being factual. There's no way you can improve upon the facts that I would have. And there's nothing that we put across which is not from the prosecution, itself. So this is what we are doing. And I don't want to talk about the legal implication, but if your adversary is admitting, your facts, the conclusion is yours. I don't want to talk about it. But we are not too concerned about this prosecution witness for one good measure, that she can't run away from the facts. They are waiting for Mr. Cromwell, the investigator, who will come and explain how he got into the national security space. I hold the view that Cromwell's day will be the best day in court because of the fact that he become the conveyor belt of Yoko. And there's nothing that he's saying that he knows anything about. But so far, so very good.
So far, so very good. That's a lawyer talking. And if you look at his countenance, you realize that he's the most confused lawyer on earth right now. That's what it is. When you are faced with hard facts, it's clear how BOAHENE blew the money. The judge is interested in knowing, did you transfer money into your account? Did it finally get into your account? How did it get into your account? Did you blow the money from your account? That's all we are interested in. The prosecution has put it on the table. The money found its way into this guy's account. Okay? And this was how he blew the money. Date, time, date, time, date, time. How he went into the account day in, day out. What he used the money for. And who took the money. Including Rashida and all those people. I met BOAHENE. And he tried to convince me that he was being witch-hunted. And I believed him at first. Later on, when I got into the whole thing, and I saw that, no, sir. The way the prosecution put it, this guy is a dangerous criminal. Dangerous criminal, as told to us by the prosecution. Hey, this guy, I will not reveal everything he told me. Because I want to say that it was private. Privilege. I leave it there. My brother, he is a very smart guy. Me with all my smartness, when I sat down with BOAHENE for just about 10 minutes of talking, I felt that he was being witch-hunted. Till we went into the facts. I had to run back to prosecutors and say, what is happening? This is the information I got, this is the information that I got. Now they had to open everything up clearly. And I went into every item. This guy, very dangerous guy. And I'm sure his lawyer knows. That's why all the churches are refusing him. From Wingham, Assemblies of God, all the way through, nobody wants to be associated with him. Business partners are running away from him because they have seen his dubiousness. By virtue of the fact that he probably has given one or two people some stolen money, they come and sit on tea. Yeah. My brother, my sister, I'm going to say something. If this guy doesn't go to jail, I will leave this country. Remember I said that about Baumia? If this guy is not convicted, Black Rasta, I will leave this country until this government is out. Wallahi. I said it about Baumia, and many were those who said, oh, Blakk, blah, blah, blah. When the elections were coming, I was in Jamaica. I'd already booked a place. I was in some other places. I was ready to move. That is a man, when you say something, keep it, hold on to it. I know what I've seen. It's left with the lawyers, the judges, let them go and do whatever. There's nothing that can save this guy. Not Paul ADOM-OTCHERE, not, what's the guy's name? Captain Smart. Captain who? Look, he can blow his money on anybody. The last bit of the stolen money. On anybody and everybody. Nothing would save this guy. This is judgment day. And I tell you that. If this guy doesn't get convicted, me, Blakk Rasta, I will leave this guy, and I'm putting it on record. I will leave. And the reasons are clear. How can lawyers come and sit on TV and be behaving like kindergarten ducklings? Yes, this is the finance, what of who, and because she said she didn't know, that meant that, oh, did you study logic in school? Logic, did you study logic in school? Simple logic. Atache himself is talking and he's sweating. And you are bold enough to sit on TV and say, you are waiting. And you know why? It's hatred for one man. Raymond Acha. That's it. Can I prove it? Should I prove it? Can I prove it? Or I should let it go? Can I prove it? They feel like they are colleagues of this guy. And all of a sudden, he has risen to a certain point. From nowhere. Oh, we're all journalists, you know. And then all of a sudden, this guy has become a couple. No, sir. We won't let it happen. Watch this.
Do you know what has happened to Dominic Ayini? As a lawyer, who is a seasoned lawyer like him, who has been teaching law for many years, he was listening to a journalist. How can a journalist, we journalists, we are whistleblowers. The work of a journalist is essentially whistleblowing. The whistle that we blow, some of it may be correct, some may not be correct. Eventually, those that are correct, the state benefits. So journalists are whistleblowers. Journalists don't take a tooth comb and go through a process to determine what is actionable and what is not actionable. When we are doing our stories, we don't check whether this is a violation of Act 29 or that the procedures have been violated. That's not our call. Our call is to throw the light on whatever is happening, to point people to something may be happening here so that authorities can act. But if you are a prosecutor, an important one like the Attorney General, and your ears are given to a journalist to tell you the case you are making, then you will be holding press conferences like that and be talking about things that are not even actionable.
So much hatred. And he's talking about Raymond Acha, a trained journalist who became the youngest, best journalist in the whole of Africa or the subcontinent. My brother, how can journalists be demeaned like that? We have seen Manasseh Azure as a journalist go into tooth combing, comb the whole area, and come up with the creme de la creme of the facts. And we saw people jailed because of his work. We have seen Anas Armiyaw Anas do his bit. We have seen investigative journalists run the whole continent, time after time, in country after country, to the point that they were targeted by top-notch politicians who shot and killed them. Do we all remember Zongo of Burkina Faso? He was shot and killed in cold blood. Who was he? He was an investigative journalist. Ahmed Swale, why did they kill him? Was it because he stole an ice cream? They shot and killed him because he was an investigative journalist. My brother, the police work hand in hand with journalists. Most of the time, the journalists even see it first before the police. How can you demean your former lecturer, Akuritinga Ayini, to the point that he is only listening to a journalist? Why? Because of politics or sheer hatred? Akuritinga Ayini, the man who taught you in law school, the rest of the story we'll keep for a rainy day like today. No, Paul, we have a good relationship, but don't be infantile. You are joking. It's sad. Paul was a great guy. You understand? Everybody was watching Paul. We all loved him. To go on Paul's show, you would shiver because he would dig deep and do some beautiful things. Is it the same today? How many people have time to watch Paul? Maybe it's only some of us who can tell you this hard stuff. How many people? It's sad. When you play to the political gallery, that is where you would end. You would end up as a party communicator. Like IBRAHIM and the rest. They will toss you around to go and bring an encyclopedia of insults. Because in Ghana, party communication is all about insults. It's a shame. No, I'm not aware whether he has stolen money or not. If I did know this, I would have been the first person to report. Oh, I say Odiwa in Riashi. And say Dominic Akrutinga yini. Asama okane in Tronkwa. And to say ne adia no abano. And say assembly. Who taught you in school? Your child there was school. Now your friend is saying you are a disgrace to education. It's a shame. I'll leave it here. All in all, please put it on record. If this guy escapes conviction, with all respect to the courts, I will leave this country. But who am I at all? I will leave it in protest. I'm done. It's the Blakk Port, aka Kukushonemo. And here we speak truth to power. When we return, we have a final story. Hey ya! Hey yo! Wayo!
Blackpot. Kukusho, man. Blackpot. Kukusho, man.
It's the Blakk Port, aka Kukushonemo. And here we speak truth to power. And remember, here it's all about the truth, nothing but the truth. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, hit on the subscription button. Right after that, please hit on the notification bell so that each time we are on, you will be reminded to watch this. And I want to say thank you so much to our sponsors. Thanks so much to Tesori Doriente. Oh, Tesori Doriente. We appreciate you and we love you. Thanks so much also to Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner. At the same time, we want to say thank you so much to Lemfi. If it's not Lemfi, don't send it. And remember the referral code, 1RASTA. Rasta Bakupe. This is the Blakk Port, aka Kukushodemo. And here we speak truth to power. Final story. Story number 3. Watch this. I should have left NDC long ago. I should have left NDC long ago. MZBEL cries. Wow. Who is MZBEL? She was born Belinda Nana Equia Amwa. And she was born in Jamestown. So this is a Jamestown girl. Wow. She was born on the 26th of December, 1979. So that gives her 44. In December, she'll be 45, correct? My brother, my sister. This is MZBEL. Jamestown girl. And she's proud of Jamestown. Belinda Nana Equia Amwa. That's her name. She's a musician. She's known around West Africa and beyond. She broke onto the market in 2004 with her song Awosome. Hey, The song was sexy. The video was hot. And all the libidinous young men could not help not to fall in love with this seductive piece. She didn't end there. 16 years. I'll be 16 years, alongside Castro, okay? It was hot. Tune after tune, lege. She dropped that as well. And much more. She's been playing concerts in so many different countries around Africa and beyond. This is MZBEL. Now, MZBEL has always said that she is an NDC member. From when she was born in Jamestown, her whole family was nothing but an NDC family. She's been supporting the NDC from that time till now. And this, she never hid from anybody. Watch her talk when she told us some months back that as for her and her family, they will stay with the NDC till the end of time. No matter how many disappointments came her way, broken hearts, no problem. She will be with the NDC. Watch this.
In the time passing, I say NDC na still now.
Oh yeah, me NDC. Me NDC. But me ni position be our party no.
Me other position be our party no.
I say be a secret opposition or party no.
So what buy this so?
But say now buying free to cry. Say when your position, that my buying was swinging na me. I've been NDC all my life. The NDC is all I know. When I grew up, Obia NDC Jamestown. Baby, I am get it. No na minim. We hear me then cry. NDC, hear me then cry. Move breaking my heart. Hear me then cry. I can mean maybe I'm into about cry, but I can't change my mind. NDC na me.
Then I can I say what I position be woman na farmer.
Oh, there be meaning to me nya Benjamin.
Oh, to me call campaign. We campaign or do so.
Me support your campaign. Me support me party. Satana me nye bida and me ni say sana.
This is MZBEL talking to Miss V, Miss G. MZBEL talking to Miss G. There's another artist called Miss V, but the original Miss was MZBEL. Oh yes. She started it off with the Miss. From Miss Bell came Miss V. And then we also have Miss G. So MZBEL was talking to Miss G. And this was what she said. Me, I am an NDC member. No matter what NDC does to me, no matter what NDC does to break my heart or disappoint me, I will never leave the NDC. But it looks like that was in the past. She has decided that it's over. Her heart has been broken enough. She was the one who said it some time ago. But it is only a fool who cannot change the mind. She is no longer a member of the NDC. Watch this.
Ebusia, me who video be akweku me no aye. Me nya sure say old video and I say a new video. But in the video, he was saying stuff like, "Oni me marry bi a mpanifo bi no ma bi companies am employ and for 200." And then somewhere along the line he mentioned my name. And he mentioned a fear back. You see, but me sure say no padu draw na because who comment section and that is why I am responding. See, videos like this creates the wrong impression. So one man me you one and crofobedi wo yawo. I will boni kra wo without even knowing. So I have to speak out. Listen, obianto fie bia mam. Whether MPP NDC obianto fie bia mam. If you are meeting media, and ya buying the idea. Car meet you media, and ya buying the idea, and then ya buying the ane tomano. Me and you to me, I am capable of getting certain things for myself. And I am going to you can buy a car. you can't buy a house. If you any car, na idea inqua. You mutuo. Baby, I'm born you mark could remain to me money. I'm not the type that likes so many things. Everything I need in my life, I have. The only thing I am crying about is that my buyer maybe and a juma Americano, and your appointment, and your buyer, maybe Yasada, Jerimpo. Oh, by a juma me expect, a juma me, I'm yadada. I mean, you mutuni. I buy on my entertainment event, baby. Dude was saying when we say Majana Swami perform. Event to be out of some of the artists, a basso, or Muchiamoka. Ain't in me expect says, and I'm ye menim, Eddie Sika, Mahmoudi, Medom, and supporting me party, and come a party, yeah, entertainment event, dear. Bank ain't Kaya Freminamico for me, be near mammy, coins, beer, and Tikanye. Eh, yeah. But Emma. So what would you think say entertainment show cram it in me abobi and yes the cry mammy na atofia man entertainment show me kwa render service na ye tua me kan manya bibi wo no cramp no ye framing mpo na makoye bi and you think they will buy me a house or a car or a japadier or company to employ people nada. So please mama go comment section wa amudi de matem. You just don't get it. Maybe
MZBEL is her name. 79 born, Jamestown girl. Very pretty. Yes, hot. Oh my God. I love MZBEL so very much. Her heart has been broken to the extent that she doesn't want to be with the party anymore. She says people are threatening her, insulting her. Oh, the party doesn't even need you. Who forced you to join the party? And all that. All she said in that video, very simple. What did she say? She said, I'm a musician, I'm not expecting any appointment. Now my party is in power. When my party was not in power for 8 years, I suffered. Nobody was ready to book me because I had come out on the advice of party members to show my face, my true political colors as an NDC person. And it affected my music. Nobody was ready to book me. Now that my party is in power, they won't even book me to come and play at the party event. Yet when it was time to go around there and campaign and canvass for votes, they came to me and I did it. And they knew the work that I did. Some of these people are all coming around me. They want something. But even me, they are not ready to give me a show to play, concert, to make money. My brother, my sister, when I saw this video, it was not enough for me. I decided to call MZBEL and ask her some of the questions that I thought she had not tackled in the video. And we spoke just a few minutes before we started the show. Watch this.
RASTA. It's not me per se. You see, it's not me per se. I mobilized a lot of youth, young people in my constituency to campaign and to vote. Not just my constituency. Everything I did is all on social media, so there's no need even going back and forth on it. But everybody saw what I did. My problem right now is not that they've neglected me. Me, fine. It's not the first time. It has happened several times, But I have promised people in my constituency that, and Mebuamu, it's not like giving them money or anything. There are people here who are looking for jobs, graduated. People who followed me around to campaign, they graduate with certificates. People who can work at, the security agencies, some of our, even Bank of Ghana, I have people who want to go and work there. A lot. Chance. And the thing is that when you bring it on social media, they will say, why are you dragging the party name on social media? You know who to call. Yes, I know who to call. I have called everybody callable. I have called everybody. You call, either they will pick or they will tell you, call this person. Now I became like a nuisance, calling every time, fighting for other people. Me, dear, I don't want to mention it. I'm not asking for anything big. I'm just saying that if say I am a member of this party, I came all out with my money, with my face, my numbers and everything to campaign for my party. Not because I was promised anything, but that when NDC is doing something, you will involve me. I'm an artist. I'm a public figure. This is how I make money. You know, and once upon a time, because I went out for my party wholeheartedly, I was blacklisted from a lot of shows when our party lost. So now that our party is in power, is it not nice, Black Rasta, that when they are doing shows, they will put me on? Do I have to come and say it on social media? Yeah, see me. And I'll become a bad person. I can't do anything for myself in this neighborhood. Then they'll come here. Oh man, yeah, what is going on? Hey, this thing that we are doing renovation here. Where you are sorting, what about us? Like, it's hard to do something nice for yourself. I'm an artist. I make money from music. I have a restaurant. I make money, so I can do nice things for myself. But it's become hard. It's become hard because the people around will start complaining. Every time people have to come here for me to give them money. I give people money all the time. They'll come here and complain. And I'm here, Juman, I'm here, and I'm here. Say, when they are leaving, I can't watch them. I'll give them food. I'll give them 500. And after I came out to talk about it, you have no idea the insults I've got. Now suddenly everybody knows my number to send me messages, to call me and tell me things.
Wow. Wow.
Hey,
Once upon a time, you were quite close to the president, John Dramani Mahama. But you said it came to a time you were calling, he wasn't answering. Have you restored that relationship?
Black Rasta, I wouldn't want to talk about that. Because no matter how nice it sounds, people will find a way to make it bad. You know, so it's okay. I don't want to go there. You know, but there's one thing I would like to touch on. Each time I come out to voice out, to say stuff like this, you will get people coming to say, in 2020, you came out and you did Papa No, and it cost him our leader, his reputation, blah, blah, blah. You expect them to put you on gig, blah, blah, blah. Black Rasta, I swear on my life, that thing, I never said anything, no. That Papa No issue is rather unfortunate that my name was dragged in. Because I posted a picture of me praising myself for something I have achieved. I never mentioned anything. I never commented. I never said anything. No, my name was just dragged in throughout. And you know how bloggers are. Anytime I make a post, a happy post or a business or anything, they will find a way to say, "Oh, MZBEL has responded." You know, but I never ever commented. And people know that. But they will always find a way to victimize me. I mean, you see the right English that being a Mikofa Papa no asem. I never even said anything. No. Today I saw somebody also claiming that when people were accusing the Papa no, I never came out to fight for the Papa no. When I talk, problem. When I don't talk, problem.
Wow.
Wow. But I'm saying it on record. If anybody has video evidence, post evidence that I said something in connection of this Papa no issue that caused anybody their reputation, and they should put it out. Haven't they done enough to me already? Every time they want to be mean to me, they will go and bring that issue. But when I was going around mobilizing people for our PCs who are now MPs to give their message out, nobody remembered Papa no issue. Nobody. When I was spending my own money to print T-shirts, to give people transportation, to feed people, to take care of people in the community, just so that they will vote for us. And with the Papa no issue now and then. I have called everybody I'm supposed to call. I don't want to put names out there because you see all these people, they have group of men and women in their camp that will come on social media and attack you. And even without mentioning anybody's name, a few days ago, I'm still being attacked. I have to threaten somebody that I will screenshot their number and put it on social media before they stop.
Wow.
So,
what are the attacks like? Are they threats
Oh,
or
insult.
something?
Insult. Did anybody insult? Did anybody, somebody said, it's not, nobody forced me to join the party. They didn't even want me in the party.
Interesting.
Somebody there, me say me cry, my heart. Me and the power. There na my. Then pa na my. Like me dream one I say, hey, I am a. It's not like Black Rasta. It's not like I'm broke and I want something. It's not me. If they don't do shit for me, I don't give a fuck because I happen and but there are people in the community that comes here once in a while looking for help. This omo kahubi, and I never be say yeah. So that aban ne ba na mo se we yi wani ma MZBEL kra o ye say wa ha nti so se ye ma we adwuma kra mpo a nipa no qualify a wo be employ no.
2 more questions and I'll be done. What's the relationship between you and Tracy Boache now?
She's not my friend. She was never my friend. She's not my friend.
Finally, is this going to let you leave the party or you are still following it
Oh
up?
no, it's a lesson I was supposed to learn long time ago. But I keep holding on to it because you see, NDC losing power and me brave. Oh me brave pa until later on. Some people in NPP realize that they are doing too much to me because I started going to them to complain. Then they realized that they are doing too much. They started giving me opportunities. So I knew, say, Brahma Bray, if my party comes to power, the TABR shows to dear. My Nabi Bikra shows to dear. But even the ground finally of the campaign, we have to lobby. We have to beg. We have to get angry. We did everything we have to do. Still, we are my am performing for us. Me and my team of artists.
Wow.
Fair because people will laugh at you. Oh.
Are you going to leave the party?
I'm not part of the party. They don't want you. Why would you force yourself? They don't want me. Sometimes I feel like, it's a handful of people. It's some group of people.
I'm not part of the party. No, I'm done. Well, maybe she's done out of, anger. Maybe when things start to favor her a little bit, she would walk back to the party. In her own words, this is not the first time. She's not looking for a political appointment. She just wants to grace the stage and make money through work. But this is where we ask the big question. Excuse me. It's very simple. When we support a party to come into power, are we necessarily looking for personal gains or for gains for the multitudes? I'm asking again. When we go out there to support a party, are we supporting the political party for our own political gains or for a change that will benefit the multitudes? I think that is where we have to look at very seriously. So that when we support a political party and the party comes into power, we are not so expectant of anything personal so that we don't get disappointed. There are many people that I have encountered, and a lot of politicians are like that. They will support the party. The moment the party comes into power and they don't get any appointment or any such thing, they are not part and parcel of the party anymore. So is it a club of politicians who come together just to share the spoils of the taxpayer or what? That's what I want to understand. I have spoken with a lot of politicians from the NPP, the NDC, the CPP, time after time. But none of them can come out and say, and Blakk Rasta, when we were in power, we bought you a private jet. Or we bought you a bicycle. None. Let one come out. That is how come we are able to speak our minds. Of course, we supported John Dramani Mahama's second coming. But what are we expecting? The multitudes enjoy. That is why when the president goes out there and he does something to benefit Ghana, we are here trumpeting praises and achievements. In the same vein, the president has always told me, Blakk Rasta, when I go wrong, please lash me. He knows that that is what I do. I'm the Samuel of this generation. My brother, my sister, I have politician friends all over the place in order not to moralize it on anybody. When you help a party win an election, is it for personal gains? Because MZBEL says that she really suffered when the NDC was out of power. Nobody wanted to book her. My brother, my sister, if you live in a country and you know that in this country, once you show your political face, your career suffers, why should you do it? That means you are ready to take a risk, isn't it? Samini is struggling right now. He might say he's not, but he is. Because that is the country we find ourselves in. True? That is why you will never see me on any campaign platform. Never. If it's not about Kwame Nkrumah, about Ghana, about some patriotism, you won't find me there. Oh, NPP is having a political rally. They are paying Blakk Rasta $1 million to come and play. You won't see me there. Dabi. NDC has a political rally. They want Blakk. No, you won't find me there. Never. If you see Blakk Rasta on a platform like that, that's AI. AI, Blakk Rasta, not me. I'm telling you, it's a clone. But to MZBEL, I see where the frustration is. I honestly do. Expectation. Expectation. A lot of musicians supported political parties, and when their parties were out, their careers came to an end. So anybody who decides as a musician to support any political party must be ready for this. And politicians are not reliable. They can flip-flop anytime. Be ready for that as well. Okay? So that you don't get overly sentimental about the fact that, oh, my party is in power and I'm not enjoying. It's a gamble. Sometimes you win, other times you lose. But to the NDC, MZBEL is not a bad artist. If she campaigned for you, and it's even her music you don't like, I am sure that there are some other ways. The party, not the government. The NDC, the organizers, and whoever they are, can involve MZBEL in some activity. She has a playground. Why wouldn't the NDC children go there to play so she can make her money? She has a restaurant. When you have your party meetings, why wouldn't you ask her to cook food and come and serve the people? That's another way of supporting her. That's if you believe that she's a true member of the party and she held the cause of the party. Maybe you don't need her in government right now, but the party still, there are two different things. If I am invited by the government of Mahama to come and play, I would play for Ghana. It's the government. The government is me and you. But if I'm invited by the NDC, no, I will not play. I'm not a political artist. The NPP, I will not play. When Nanado was in power, even if he had invited me to come and play, the first song I would sing would be Thief President. Mr. President, why you dey lie so? Before election, you tell me you be in jail. When we sick, you run. When you dey sick. When you sick, you run go a London. When we sick, we die for Kolebu. Mr. President, why you wicked so? Tell me how you dey sleep at night too. And you can believe me, I would walk up to him directly and kneel with one leg as if to say, I do. and sing the lyrics clear into his ears. And you know Blakk Rasta can do that. What point is Blakk Rasta making in a nutshell? The party must look after its loyal soldiers, what you call the foot soldiers. The party, they might not be needed in the government. What businesses are they doing? Can you support their businesses as a party? Those that are brilliant enough to be engaged in government business, why not? But if they are not that brilliant, and they might not have the skills or whatever, you know where to put them. We must also limit our expectations. Oh, my party is in power. I'm going to employ 200 people. All of you come. It's not easy. 200, MZBEL. That's a whole school. What are the jobs? So, please, NDC, I don't think that you like to lose her. She said she has called everybody. Nobody is responding to her. When you want to be mean to her, you use Papano. But when you need her to come and campaign, you don't think about Papano. Does she have a point? What do you think? Well, it's the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushodemo, and here we speak truth to power. I want to say thank you so much. We appreciate you and we love you. Our numbers are scrolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do business with us. Maybe you have a story you want us to follow up on. We will do that. And then finally, subscribe to the channel. We're called Black Empire Media and hit on the notification bell so that everything will be everything. It's the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushodemo, and here we speak truth to power. We must apologize one more time for the picture and personality, shake, I do apologize. We're going to fix it and then we'll bring it to you clear. All right? We're going to fix it. Thank you so much. It happens sometimes, okay? Yeah, man. In the heat of the thing, you will bring IBRAHIM MAHAMA, the contractor, and, replace him with IBRAHIM MAHAMA, the artist. But in this case, everything is correct except the photograph and also the dossier. All right? We're going to deal with that. Please. We do apologize. Okay. Now let us see your comments. Send them via YouTube. They could come via Facebook and we are done for the day. Yes. Why? Hey. Run the dossier. Shatan Good says, say no to NDC in power again. Senior Atapoku says, round the dossier. Say no to NDC. Okay. And then Mark Apam Jr. says, have you taken your medications? I don't know who you're talking to. Osai Bedu says, come here, the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushodemo Powers. Okay? Brother, my sister, more comments coming in. And then Yomko Ashon Godwin. I'm saying something. And then Walasi K says, so we should go and vote for the NPP. Those guys were recruited by the NPP. Blah, blah, blah. Walasi, please. On this platform, we try as much as possible not to use words like the last one that you use, please. Okay? Pakwesi Owusu says, police is public officer for legal investigation and criminal emergency. That is the full meaning of the abbreviation of the word police. We all live to learn. Good evening. Okay? More comments coming in. Eugene Agbeve says, another blessed week. Mark Apam Jr. says, but what this guy is saying, I think they are lies. Which guy? Which of the guys? Pate Steven says, good evening, Blakk Rasta, watching you live. More fire. Dominic says, were the police there on official duty? No. The police were only there to celebrate Eid. But you know how the police operates? If the police is not even on duty and there's something happening which demands the police attention, the police will jump in. Even civilians can arrest somebody and then send to the police or call the police to come in. Take action, depending on what the person is doing. Okay? So, Thomas Daniel Baba says the truth is they didn't know he was IBRAHIM MAHAMA. Okay? More comments coming in. More comments. Send them via YouTube. They could also come via Facebook. Salifu Fahad says, come here, watch this. I was very disappointed to hear what happened to our renowned brother, It is rather unfortunate. Mensa Abraham Afote says, from the reports of this Black Maria leader, I can say his stories are not adding up. The leader is cooking stories. Brad Rich says he made such a stupid statement. Which one? Who? Dominic says his story doesn't add up for me. Sorry. Who? Okay? More comments coming in. All right? And send them via YouTube. They could also come via Facebook. And we have Abina Sela says, Fire, Kweku Junior says, if you can translate, why say it? Ultimate spell, Menchro. I'm sure that's what you wanted to say, okay? Abu Majid Gunu says, Blakk, this is not Savannah. Yes. We're told in the middle of the whole thing. We apologize for that. Okay. Junior says, okay, he was referring to me. In fact, it's too heavy to translate. There are some things you can say in the Dagbani, translating them into English. From Twi into English, they are so heavy. So it's just homework. Talk to people who speak Dagbani, and quietly they will whisper into your ears what that is not on TV. Respected TV like this. Okay? So forgive me, Kweku Junior. Abu Majid Gunu says, Savannah is an engineer by training. All right. We apologize for that. Hey, today the Alaji Savannah people are here. Their numbers. I left Tamale a long time ago, so his face has dodged me. We apologize, okay? Victor Tay Nawate Mane says, how can someone break his own teeth to make a statement? Ridiculous. Senior Atapoku says, now this is where the real story is. Watch this. Come here. Run the dossier. All right. Sufyan Pumaya says, you got in touch with the wrong person. I stand to be corrected. Alhaji Sharif Mahama, a.k.a. Savannah, biological father of artist IBRAHIM MAHAMA, is a building technologist, MD of Savannah Construction, and has been widely known in building and road infrastructure across the northern region for over 3 decades. My brother, please, you've got the wrong person. The person you got in touch with is lawyer Ibrahim. Come here! Come again. Well, the person we got to is the person you're talking about. It's just the pictures that change a little and the dossier. Okay? So that's the right person. And we will rectify it. Okay? Thank you so much. That means people are paying attention. When a teacher makes a mistake and, a million people come, yeah, it means that you're paying attention. Yeah. And the fact that we normally don't make such mistakes here, you are quick to point it out. We will fix it. The voice you heard is Savannah's voice, and not the picture is the difference. Okay? We'll deal with it. Thank you. Dominic says, very good point. Abu Majid Gunu says, that is Alhaji Sharif Savannah on phone, but wrong picture and name Black Rasta. So you know him. So he knows the voice, but the picture is different. We'll deal with it. Okay? I'm so sorry that we have to spend so much time talking about Alhaji Sharif and this and that's where we could have dealt with some other things, but that's okay. Sufyan Pumai says, okay. And then Benjamin Mensa says, oh, Blakk, why this? I'm beginning not to believe you. How do you say Savannah, who happened to be the father of the artist? Oh, bros. Hey, bros. All these years of credibility, one photo switch. It's a problem. Please, hold your peace. We will rectify it, okay? Yeah, man. It happens in the heat of events. You see it happen on CNN. You see it happen on BBC. You see it happen on GBC. That's it, okay? Easy. Emmanuel Ania said, wow, what an early start to the show this week. I hope it follows like this throughout the week. Certainly it will, by the grace of the Most High. Philip also says, watching live from the Black Port in New York, speaking truth to power and in the service of God and country. Emmanuel Ania says, Blakk, we have waited long enough for Rashida's update. If you have lost interest in a story, too, let us know. We haven't lost interest. We will do it. When Black Rasta says we will do it, we'll do it. Pressure will let us do it. We will do it when it's time to do it. Okay? So your pressure will let us do it. Emmanuel Ania. Okay? Okay. Atule Awini says, Atule, fire. Hermie Roberts says, Blakk, please, the 52 billion cash transfer from GCB to BOG that went to unknown account. We have talked about this already. Please go back to our stories and it is there. Okay? I think that's about 2 weeks back. Check it out. We've talked about it. Okay? Please. Frank Mimpong says, go to school and learn. AB Kumasa says, Blakk Rasta. Oi. Rap Thunder says, welcome, legendary Blakk. Alberto says, use your platform to preach peace in Tamale than chasing politicians for money and personal interest. Okay, we hear you. AB Kumasa says, we want to hear the truth from the nation's only patriot, Blakk Rasta. Thank you so much. And then Alfred Alote says, Blakk, your presentation style is excellent. I could watch you all day. However, I think your interview questions could use some improvement. A few of them didn't quite reflect the high standard. All right. So you can send us a message and ask us. And then let's know what your suggestions are. Okay? We'll look at them. Everybody says Blakk Rasta does wonderful interviews. So when I hear somebody say, oh, the interviews could be improved, I'm so eager to learn. I'm always learning. So Elfrida Alote, please, our numbers are on the screen. Send us a message and we will engage you and learn from you. Okay? Thank you so much. And then I said, okay, the high standard expected from an experienced journalist like you. I might help to refine them further or consider having someone else handle the interview segments. Okay. A lot of our interviews are also edited. So it doesn't, because it's not a whole interview, it's just punchlines. That's what we call punchlines. Okay? And then also watch my interviews on radio, and then you'll be able to get, a better depth so that when we talk, you'll be able to see exactly where the problem is, and we'll learn from you. Okay? Thank you, Elfrida Alote. Samuel A.O. Sunday Adedeku says, Blakk, please speak truth to power. So they should make a law for Ghana to stop any transaction in dollar. All transactions should be in cedis. Of course, that's what it is in Ghana. The dollar is not legal tender. But you go to parliament and the budget is read in dollars and cedis all combined. Mumbo jumbo style. Blakk, please investigate and bring the amount Samij used in furnishing his office. I heard this about $100,000. If this is true, then I say the NDC will be worst. Well, I never heard this, but I'm going to do that. I can bring you this story probably on Thursday. I have some meetings around and I can ask questions and then bring you on Thursday. Okay? Michael Nuwachi says, I don't believe Mahama would use such words. I honestly don't believe either. But I also believe Jalil, much as I believe Ibrahim. So the CCTV, we are waiting for that. Okay? Diva Dinam. I don't believe what Tamale King Kong is saying. Flavor soft the continent. I say, flavors, okay. It's flavors of the continent. Flavors of the continent. I don't believe it. And say, this is nonsense. Well. All right, we're waiting for the investigations to end, and then we'll get the final information. Samuel A.O. Sunday Adedekun says, please advise the Black Maria to have a CCTV camera in all their movements. Okay? Diva Dinam says, no wonder. He's a policeman. Lies to defend himself and his colleagues. Eyes of light says, I know something was really wrong with that guy. Which guy? Which issue? Okay? Blakk, you are the best. Yes, your presentation is the best. Thank you. Eye of light says, but the guy said he was in the car with the father. Or which other father again? No, with his uncle, his brother. His father was called later. That's what he said. Samuel A.O. Sunday Adedekun says, Blakk, what is keeping you from bringing us the story on the late J.B. Dankwa? Why? His soul is crying for justice. Yes, I told you that we have investigated it. We've gotten the information. You know, everything is intact, but there are some aspects we need to verify. People are not talking, and we can't force them to talk, and we can't bring you half-baked information. So when we finally break that jinx and get that, and I believe that it will just be around this time, we'll go into it, okay? Yeah, remember, investigations are on and all that. You don't want to bring any information that is going to mar the investigation and all that, okay? Yes, so we are following the story, okay? Riku says, Blakk, now upon your show, today, would you come with me to support our current president as he described Ghana as a crime scene? Now in the USA, every crime scene is circled with a tape in yellow. I don't get you too well. Which president are you talking about? Come clearer so I can give an answer, okay? Ghana police have been killing innocent people in Ghana, but nothing happened to them. This is shameful. Audu Isaka says, is this Ibrahim Mahama? In this Ibrahim Mahama case, there are 3 or 4 sides to the story. Yes. The police side, the Ibrahim Mahama side, the Ibrahim Mahama father's side, and then the CCTV side, the side of the truth. 4 sides. We understand. Okay? Thank you, Audu Isaka. We'll take one more slide and we are done. Nicole Lai says, trust Paul ADOM-OTCHERE'S at our own risk. Anyone lying never swallows his or her own saliva. He came out boldly and defended Cecilia the past money hidden under her bed issue. And I believe he's being paid for these lies, a pathological lie. Who are you talking about? Who? Anna. Alexander Kwesi says, Tuma, one Rasta. Isn't this misleading and misinformation that could hold them in contempt? If so, what is the AG doing about this? Watching you from Ontario, Canada. And Barry Buxton says, Paul holds a law degree, but he has not been called to the bar. So he's not a lawyer. He's not a complete lawyer, right? Okay, we hear you. Pandey Pamang says, Blakk, that guy, Paul, is a hypocrite. David Kujewu says, this Paul ADOM-OTCHERE'S is a... These small boys are destroying Ghana. Is this man a normal person? Is he educated? Is he really a lawyer? A disgrace to the law? Yes. This man is brainless. And Please watch the words, I beg you. Okay? Stolen money is making these people think they are smart. Nothing but the truth. All right? Yamadobo says, good evening, my professor. Some people have book knowledge, but don't have some home knowledge. Empty-headed people called lettered people. May God have mercy on us in Africa. My prof, I could see that you were unhappy with this comment. Yes, I was. I truly, because Paul is somebody who is, I put there so much respect, and I didn't expect him to do this kindergarten delivery. Even Atachia, he's saying it and his face has drawn cobwebs all over. And then you come and, let's love our country. Godfred Kwashiga Eja says, for the records, Paul ADOM-OTCHERE'S is not a lawyer. He failed his exam. He only went to study law, but couldn't grab a certificate. This was what I said years ago, and he said that I was his lecturer. That's how come I knew that he failed. So from that time, we have been cool. I don't talk about his failed papers. We are good. No. Captain Copernicus is me. Okay. John Kelly Kwanzaa says, hello, Blakk. I like your gesture, listening. Okay. All the way from Florida. John Q. Tell them Rasta. Sedu Shaibu says, good evening, Blakk. I don't blame Paul. I blame the authorities for not putting him behind bars till now. That is why he's still perambulating around and doing jandam. Riku says, yes, Paul is seriously doing damage control. Maybe to cover his crimes at the Kotoka International Airport. And then Bedu Kwame says, Paul is an innate contrarian whose reason cannot transcend his dogmatized belief. I like that. I like the wording. Yeah, man, the word smitten. Paul is an innate contrarian whose reason cannot transcend his dogmatized belief. Thank you so much, Bedu. Kwame, I like that. George Abuaji says, Black Rasta, please check your facts. Paul is not a lawyer. Which year was he called to the bar? Kindly check. He's not a lawyer. What is he? Yes, an LLB, a law degree, and not a lawyer. Yo. Richard Kromegan says hi. Bedu Kwame says, I don't think Paul is a lawyer. All right. Everybody calls him a lawyer. So, and when I tried to speak about his certificate, he told me that I wasn't his lecturer, so I shouldn't talk about his certificate. Okay. Emmanuel Ania says, you can try to play smart with your propaganda to make it look like you are making sense. People like Paul have made the law profession unattractive. I think so. Seydou Shaibu says, Black, I don't watch or read any article from Joy. Wow. Frida Yeboah says, Black, when Wontumi was in the forest, destroying the forest, even his own land minister, Samuel Abu Jinapo, criticized the illegal mining. But because there was a big hand backing him, big hand backing him, continued. Paul is misleading the public, so IG must call him for answers. Raskaba says, Paul ADOM-OTCHERE is very timid and hypocritical. He doesn't even have any respect again. Wow. Are you sure? I still respect him. I do. Those who would give up essential liberty to purchase a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety. Reku says, Black, please don't waste your time on Paul. He's one of those mafias connected to the Achim Ebuakwa of repaying house. Paul has fire at his bottom and trying every way to quench it, but it won't work. Okay. It looks like this is where we will call it a day. If your messages have not been read, don't feel no way. We still will go back and read that. And trust me, we're going to rectify the issue with IBRAHIM MAHAMA, change the, photographs and do the editing that we need to do so that it will come out representing this honorable house, the house of the truth. Okay? It's the Black Pot, aka Kukushunamo, and here we speak truth to power. On behalf of my team here at the Black Empire Media, I want to say thank you so much. We appreciate you. Catch you again tomorrow, same time, 6 p.m. Until then, hey-ya! Hey-yo! Wayo!